Yeah, dude's talking trucks, Skid Row, yeah. Well, download fest. This is a big deal. It's my first time out here.
Are you serious?
Yeah. See, no one has got the wellies, man.
I do.
You do?
But I do. They're in the dressing room.
They don't look so cool though.
I know, dude. But if you put spikes in them or pentagrams,
right.
I think you can probably do something cool.
Totally.
You know, or do some sort of like thing like old school Rachel Bowl, and
yeah.
like maybe
from the one to the other.
Yeah, or to the or to your belt or something kind of cool like that.
That's funny.
But I'm glad to have you guys here.
Thank
and
you.
Yeah, from where are you from, ZP?
Originally from South Africa.
South Africa, yeah. Right on. That's and then
Wait,
Jersey.
He's here now though. He's in the UK.
Yeah.
Now.
I've been living in the UK for many years.
Okay, cool.
Now partly in the States.
And are you still in Jersey?
I'm actually out on Long Island now.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I was in Jersey up until right after 9/11, and then I was out in Los Angeles for 11 years, which was about 15 years too long, and then I moved back to the East Coast, and because it's just. That's where I belong.
Yeah, I mean, I love that. I feel like when I think of Jersey, I always think of Skid Row.
Yeah, man.
I think of Bon Jovi, Skid Row. Before I think of the Boss, no offense.
No, that's imprinted on our spirit and the soul of this band because that's where we were born, you know. But I like being out on Long Island. I'm like right down the street from the Amityville Horror House.
Oh yeah, I've been out there. I've seen the house. There's that club, Revolution's out. Yeah,
right there.
I've hosted a ton of shows there over the years, man.
It's great, and there's a good thriving music scene out there. There's a lot of places for people to play, which is amazing. I mean, the Paramount's out there, Mulcahy's, Revolution. So do I.
Yeah, it's a great place.
And so,
are you familiar with any of these places
we're
talking about?
I played the Paramount a couple times.
Okay. Yeah, they treat the bands really great there,
so
man.
Good.
What if they have that secret rooms?
Yeah,
like
it's the best. The bar.
Is it the bar? But they have like the gangster room and stuff,
exactly.
where you go through some. I forgot how you. It's like a
bookcase.
A bookcase. Yeah, it's so cool, man.
It's a little hangout place.
And you can reserve the spot and have like bachelor parties or cool stuff there. I'm sure there were some crazy backstage parties at the Skid Row shows.
You know what, man? It's so funny because all the least likely people, like the guy that like did some construction at my house, he's out of freaking control when he's comes to see the band. And then everybody else is like, the people that you expect would be just like fall down drunk are like, hey, how you doing? Good show, man. Yeah, let's have and then the other guys are all pissed,
And there was an anniversary the other day for Slave to the Grind. How old did it turn? 28?
28.
28 years old.
And which is, for me, to even think that, like, obviously we're proud of our history. I mean, I'm extremely proud. And the fact that record was the record that it was and it debuted at #1 was just, I mean, I still am really humbled by that, taken aback by that, because that was the last thing that we thought. And when we got the phone call that it came at #1, I was like, someone's screwing with me.
Yeah.
It's not. It can't be.
Well, man, you guys did so much, dude. For fans like me, for fans like ZP. What was your first experience with Skid Row? Do you remember the first time you heard them and what song that was?
Yeah, a friend of mine came out and it was what was it?
Youth Gone Wild?
Turned it on.
Oh my God. For me, it stood out because it was heavier.
Right.
It was heavier than the bands that were out at that time. It was.
Thank you.
It was.
Yeah.
I mean, Youth Gone Wild. I was like, who's this?
It's funny. Not to interrupt you.
No, it's fine.
The record company, in all their illustrious knowledge, wanted to release Big Guns as the first single.
Oh, I love that song too.
I do too.
Guns,
I do too. Don't get me wrong. But
bang, bang,
there you go. Why didn't you come up on stage with us?
Nah, man, I can do Piece of Me in my sleep,
dude.
bro.
Then you're coming up. The next time we're in the same place together, you're coming up and singing it.
Piece of Me is one of my favorite songs. I always felt like a metal band should cover that.
Right.
Like, and make it like a piece of me.
Yeah, dude, like drop B tour.
Yeah, just something heavy. You should have had one of the bands you managed through your career. Hey, I'll be your manager if you cover Piece of Me.
Yeah, Anselmo would never do it for me.
But he can do take a piece of me.
Dude, we used to have him come out, man. He's got a voice. Like I think people forget how incredible of a voice that guy.
Well, I mean, Skid Row Pantera tours is legendary.
It was great.
I mean, it made up the Pantera Vulgar video. I mean, just to be a part of that. That video I think for metalheads is like the be all end all of
It's amazing.
backstage antics, like the first real
Oh.
homemade
Totally.
video for bands.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, they were. What a great tour. I mean, you know what? This band has been so blessed with the people that we've been able to tour with, whether it's Bon Jovi or Aerosmith or Motley Crue or Guns N' Roses or Pantera or Soundgarden or
Name a few.
LA Tesla, Poison as well. We went out and did a run with Poison, and the fact that we started the band in '86, like late '85, early '86. And to think that, 33 some years later or whatever it is, that we're still able to play. And not only are we having like a really good time with what we're doing, and that's largely because of him, to be quite honest.
It's a new blast of energy.
Yeah, man. He wouldn't see, here's the man, I if there's anything that kids not kids, but young adults or whatever, who are coming up in the music business, one of the things that they should always know, and this is what he did, is be prepared, man. Know your shit. Like, study your shit.
Good.
And be prepared. When Rachel called him, and Rachel and he were friends, and Z had a band called IMI. They did some shows with us in the UK. And then when everything fell apart with Tony, Rachel goes, let's just give Z a call and see if he's wants to come over. And he did, and he comes over, and we're like, okay, what song do you want to play? And we were expecting to do maybe 3 or 4 songs, and he had a list of 20 songs that he knew, in and out.
Bring him.
Yeah.
And that's what
Hell
he did.
yeah.
And I was like, I gotta admit, like I'm not easily impressed, and I was really, really impressed by that, because it showed me, like, not only are you passionate about what you do, your ego isn't such that you're like, whatever.
Yeah.
He was like, I know these songs, man. I know these songs.
That's great advice. I think a lot of kids forget that they have to work hard.
You gotta worry. Put it, man. Put it,
Hard.
Exactly.
Hard.
You look at anybody, like, okay, we're not still here 33 years later because we don't work hard. We work harder probably than we ever did. And like, you take a look at our touring schedule. We do over 100 shows a year without fail, and still get time to put out music and stuff. And it's simply because of the love of what we get to do, and it's an honor and a privilege.
And the fans,
do what we get to do.
dude, the fans. I mean, look at this place, Download
It was
UK, and
amazing.
the European fans and their rock music. I mean, people.
Absolutely.
I mean, the show. How was it? How did it
Dude,
feel on
we're running
stage?
two- We're on 2 in the afternoon, and there's 30,000 people there at least.
Unbelievable.
And
It was packed out, and so receptive. It was early on,
Yeah. What was
It
the
a good
song?
way
What was the song that you debuted with when you were telling the story and you
Oh.
first practiced, like
What
you
was the
first
first
tried
song that
out?
we did?
Like, you had to be nervous. Okay, now I'm gonna sing in front of Scotty, Dave, and Rachel. What song am I singing? What song
was
did
it?
you sing?
I don't know. All I remember is that if there was any nerves, he wasn't showing them at all.
Were you nervous?
I don't know. I was excited. I think
Yeah.
that's more it. It's like shows. I don't get nervous before shows. I get fucking excited.
Nice. Yeah.
And we hit it off really, really well. Like, everybody, we're definitely a working class band. Like, we are very blue collar. Always have been. And if you notice, we don't have like minders and like that. And because we're from the areas that we grew up in, are very lower middle class
Of course,
areas.
blue collar,
Exactly.
New Jersey. Hell yeah,
Exactly.
man.
And so that work ethos is something that's embedded and ingrained in us. And he's got the same exact thing. Probably even more, because of his history of where he came from and stuff, and how, we take such things for granted, being from New York, New Jersey, the United States.
Yeah.
We take what we have for granted at times, these amenities that we have, and he didn't have any of that. Like, I mean, it's crazy, his story. And so for him,
It's a leap.
it really is.
Yeah.
For him to from where he came from to where he is now, and the success that he's had on his own, and the success that we're having as well.
It's beautiful.
It's really amazing, man. It's really it's inspiring.
Yeah, rock is not going anywhere. It's never going anywhere. You can see it in these festivals. You can see it with the it just keeps growing and getting bigger.
And you're a big part of that, whether you want to say so or not. And I know you're a humble guy, but you are a big part of that.
It started with Skid Row, man. Skid Row is a huge part of my life, and it's cool to be able to hang with you here and to support.
19 years you've been doing this.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter, and there's
At
a reason
Sirius
for that.
XM, yeah.
There's a reason for that.
Well, I'm a fan, dude. I'm a huge fan. And,
Yeah, but you know what, too, though? Like it's people like you who keep our music alive. And there's a lot of distractions in the world today, and there's a lot of different ancillary lanes that music goes down. But people like you help keep it alive and allow us to still perform for a living. So I thank you.
No problem. Dude, I'm humbled, brother. Hey, do you still manage bands and stuff?
Absolutely.
You do?
I do.
Yeah, because I mean, you famously managed Down.
Yep.
Huge bands.
We're looking to do something with Down again soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have a kid by the name of Caleb Johnson. He won American Idol a couple of years ago.
Okay. So outside of rock.
Oh, he's a rock.
Oh, he's
kid.
a rock dude.
He won by doing rock songs. Did
I
Dream
love that.
On, did Love Gun.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So I had him out with Kiss for a little while, and he's done shows with Kiss and Sammy Hagar and Cheap Trick and
Damn.
Blackstone Cherry.
Good manager to have, man.
Man, dude, I'm a damager.
Damager, nice.
Yeah, I'm a damager to the stars. I damage careers on a daily basis.
And helps Scotty and Rachel and stuff, man.
We are Scotty, Rachel, and Rob, our drummer, Rob Hammersmith.
What a metal name,
I
too.
know, right?
Hammersmith,
Totally
dude.
right.
What?
Dude, I
That's
expect like
crazy.
Tom G. Warrior to be fronting his band. You know?
I wouldn't have to hear his drumming. I would just hire him for his name.
Exactly. Exactly.
You're hired, buddy. But the guys everybody's doing good. I mean, I
Everyone's-
saw Rachel right now backstage, and he looked great.
Everybody is. We're really, really happy,
Yeah.
and
Good.
we're really.
I can tell.
And the thing is, too, is like I can't overstate this. It's that we're just really fortunate that we still get to do this,
Yeah.
and none of us take anything for granted. Never have, and we won't. And festivals like this are such a great way for us to not only have a like an amazing show, but to see so many friends from so many different bands. See you,
Cool.
Which I walked out of the van and
Yeah.
saw it. I was like, oh my god, I haven't seen him in so long.
Yeah, Slash just walked by right now too earlier, so that's cool, man.
I mean, we're very lucky, and thank you again for all your support.
Of course, man. It was a cool little ride backstage. Download UK. Thank you, ZP.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you,
I
Dave.
really
Yeah,
appreciate
man.
it.
Talking
You're like the only
in a
one.
truck with
You're
Skid
the
Row.
only one that calls me Dave. You and my mom, and my mom's gone, so you're the only one that calls me Dave.
Well, it's respect, man. I don't know what else to do, man.